this music I don't listen to, and I don't wanna get with you. So tell my friends that I'll be over here. Oh, here. Oh, here. Oh, I ask myself, what am I doing here? Oh, here. Oh, here.
Hey guys, so today I'm actually going to be doing a video that I've done a few times on my channel, and it's actually my makeup routine, but this time it's going to be for summer. So it is slightly different, it's different products, well, slightly different products. It's different ways how to do it. I do it a little bit lighter for summer, not really light, because it's still, I need to cover my acne scars and a bit of my acne, so it isn't going to be the lightest coverage, but it isn't going to be the heaviest like I have done. And also it is a lot more glowy, because I like to be a lot more like fresher looking and glowy for summer, because I just think it fits the theme and the weather, because you don't want to be walking around with like really heavy, really matte makeup on. You want to be like glowy and shining and just luscious. So first thing we do is scrape our hair back, and I just use these little cat ears because they're hella cute. So I firstly like to start off with eyebrows, and for my eyebrows I use the Anastacio Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I use this in literally every single one of my videos because it is the holy grail. So I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera because they will not go right on camera, and I'll be right back. So that is my eyebrows done. I also went round the bottom of it using this, and this is just the Revolution concealer, and mine's in C1, the lightest shade. I just use it because it makes your eyebrows stand out even more and just gives them a bit of shape, and also helps cover up any mistakes that you've done, because we're all prone to that. So the next thing I like to use is the Porefessional by Benefit, and normally I don't really use a primer because I just think it's like excess things on your face and you don't particularly need it, but I think this helps when it is obviously a lot hotter and you're prone to sweating, so it helps stay on longer. So I use a little bit of this, so I just take like a piece size amount on the back of my hand, and then I just rub it in between my fingers. Make sure your hands are clean as well, and then I just rub it all over my face, mainly like the T-zone, my chin and my forehead. So like I mentioned, I don't particularly want my face to feel really like that I've got a lot of makeup on. So I like to use this, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Youth Boosting Prepared Skin Foundation. And it has SPF 15, which is really good in this type of weather because you want to be protected by the sun always. Because I've got a little bit of a tan from my holiday left, I use 1 and 4 and then mix them together, and it creates like a perfect shade. I find this helps give you the coverage you want without feeling really thick, which you don't want, and this also gives you a lovely glow on the skin as well, so that's why I like it. Then with my mixture mixed, I take a beauty blender and just pat that all over the face, and as you can see, it gives you the coverage you want. So it's covering all my scars, but it is giving me a lovely dewy finish. When my skin was really bad, I never used to be able to wear this because it does give you good coverage, but it's obviously not full coverage like other foundations. Because I used to have like really raised spots, I couldn't use this, but now my skin's gone a lot better and it's mainly scarring. I'm able to use this. If you want to see how I've actually got my skin better, 2 videos ago on my channel I did a skincare routine, and I give you loads of tips and tricks and advice on how I got rid of my spots. If you want to give a more dewy finish than this, you could obviously add liquid highlight into your foundation, but I think this is just enough so you don't look like sweaty, because no one wants that. So this is what my skin looks like now. As you can see, it's helped cover my scars, but it hasn't helped cover all of them really well, so that is why I'm going to go in with some concealer. So for concealer I'm going to use 2 different ones, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind on spots and places I want to add more coverage, and then I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, the most loved concealer ever, just under my eyes and like a bit on my chin, just to brighten the areas up. I switch a lot with what concealers I like because I like to try a lot out, but these 2 are my current faves so far. I really love this one because it's literally my skin colour. I found that a lot of concealers are really orange on me, but this one is absolutely perfect. And again, going in with a damp beauty blender, it may look like I'm putting loads on, but trust me, it isn't that much. It's quite like a light concealer, but it gives you good coverage. And I'm just going to place a little bit of this under my eyes, not too much because I don't want it to be too thick. Down the nose, on the forehead and on the chin. You have to be sparing with the Tarte Shape Tape because it's very, very thick. But it works really, really well to cover like any dark circles or any acne patches or any redness. I also like to put it on my eyelid because I find it's a really good base for eyeshadow later on. And then this is what my skin looks like after the concealer. As you can see, it made a lot of difference, but still my face doesn't feel too cakey, whereas if you used all the coverage in the foundation it would feel really cakey. That's why I like to add concealer on top of like a quite sheer foundation, because it doesn't make it feel horrible on your face, which no one likes. Obviously someone with less acne and acne scars like me can get away with using a lot less concealer and foundation and have a lot lighter makeup as you think, but obviously people's interpretations of how a sheer foundation and makeup look looks. For me, this is like the sheerest I can go because of my acne and scars. If I wanted to go sheerer than this, I would just not wear any makeup, but if I do want to wear makeup, this is what I tend to go with, especially into the summer times. Then I move on to contour, and when I'm in summer I want to look really bronzed and really glowy. That is why I use cream contour. I just use it down my cheekbones, a bit on the chin, a bit on the nose, and then just a little bit on the forehead, like that. I may look crazy right now, but trust me, it helps give you such a bronze glow and makes you look like you've been on holiday for so long when you actually haven't. And what I like to do for this is take like a buffer brush, this is just a Real Techniques brush, and my setting spray. Wet the buffer brush, just dab off, and then I like to blend it out in swirling motions, trying to push the product up. You don't want to push it down because then it won't be in your cheekbones and will just look like you've got a load of mud on your face. So you just like to buff this out, and you can buff it out as much as you want depending on the type of look you want. I think that's quite good because obviously it cuts my cheekbones but it doesn't look too muddy and it looks like it's really blended out well. And I'll just continue that for the rest of my face. I really, really like this product. If I didn't mention before, it is the Bobbi Brown stick in 7, which is almond. I don't think it's the perfect colour if you're like, if you have a skin tone like mine or even darker. It blends out really well, it's really, really creamy, and it's just a lovely product. And again, it's not too thick, but it really helps add that bronziness to it, which means you don't have to have as much powdered bronzer, which really helps make it not too cakey. Now that's all blended out, I then again like to go in with my beauty blender that has a little bit more of the foundation on. I haven't put any more on, it's just whatever's left on it, and just go over and make it a little bit softer. Like so. And as you can see, that is blended in really, really nicely, but give me a really, really nice bronze look. Next, what I like to do is take my Kat Von D palette and take the middle shade. As you can see, I really, really love it. And instead of using like a big powder all over my face, I just put this under my eyes and on my chin and on my head where I get most sweaty. I don't really like to add excess powder over my face because I do add bronzer on top, which I think sets the contour within itself. So I just place that banana shade under my eyes, not too much, just like a little tiny dab of it, on my eyelids and around my chin and my head. And I'm going to take the same palette and just mix these two shades together on a kind of angled fluffy brush. This is from It Cosmetics, and I just like to put that over my cheeks and on my head and anywhere really I put the cream bronzer, just to set it and just give it a little bit more strength. I also like to take this down my neck just so everything matches really well together. And then just using the brush with no product on, just going around my face just so everything is blended in well together. Like so. I don't really do any contouring. I only really do contouring if I go out, so I'll take like the darker shade, like a little tiny bit of it, and use a smaller brush and just go in with the cheekbones. But I think if it's just like an everyday look, I just like the little bronze look. I'm not too structured, so I just leave that bit out, but you can do that if you want to. Just my preference is not to. Then I'm going to take one of my favourite bronzes, and it is this. It's just a Tarte in Captivating, and I'm taking a Morphe M527 brush, which I think is perfect for blush and contour and bronzer, but I use it for blush. I just take a little bit because it is very, very strong, and just paste that on my cheeks. And blend it a little bit up to the temples as well. Then, because I want this look to be really, really glowy and gorgeous, I'm going to take the Anastacio Glow Kit, and this is in Sun Dipped. And this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to mix these two colours together on an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush and pop that on my cheeks, a little bit on my head, my nose, my chin, just everywhere, because I love glow. And I just like to swirl the brush around my cheek so it isn't in too harsh of a line. And I haven't wet my brush. You can wet it if you want to, but I find that this palette is really strong by itself, and I don't want to like overdo it. I want it to look quite naturally glowy instead of like really fake. I like to take it on my brow bone as well. I think it really helps highlight that point. I don't know if it's just me, but I literally can't do this side of my face. It's such a struggle. I can only do this side. This side is like, This is why I photograph on this side, because this side is just a state. On my eyes, I don't really do much in the day because, again, I'm not really doing much anyway. So I'm just using the Just Peachy palette by Too Faced, and I'm going to be taking the more lighter brown colours, so them two and a little bit of this, and just popping that in my crease, just literally to add definition. Because I love having a bit of colour in my lid, but I don't really do anything too fancy because I just don't. And I like to use the browns rather than the pinks because, again, I like to go with like a more browny highlighted look. And you don't have to be too precious on where you place this, just as long as it's in the crease. Then for mascara, I have many favourites, like this Tarte one. I think this is the Lights Camera Lashes one. But today I'm actually going to be using my Maybelline one because this is my ultimate favourite. It's literally so cheap, it's only like £7, but it just makes your lashes curl up to the gods. It's absolutely amazing. And my preference is to put quite a bit mascara on. It depends how you feel, but I really like my lashes to look really thick and long, so I do like to coat it up. But if you want it to be more natural, you can obviously put less on than me. And make sure you get them inner ones as well. Most people miss them out, but it really helps lift the eye, make it even bigger. And then I like to do the bottom ones as well, using the same mascara. This might not be everyone's preference because I know people don't like doing the bottom lashes with a big wand, but personally I don't mind. There doesn't go a day where I don't get mascara on me. Every single day. I just don't learn. Now for lips, I used to really love a matte lip, like a liquid lip, but recently I've been loving more of a glossy lip, so I'm just going to take this lipstick, and it is the JLo's Nude by L'Oreal. It was like the exclusive collection by JLo. And I really like this. It's just like a soft pink. And you can add lip liner if you want, but I just personally like to throw it on. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you hadn't already. And please follow me on all my social medias. My Instagram is Lucy_Hayes if you want to go follow it. But yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye!